In this last segment of the Merdeka Award Roundtable, I'd like to talk about digital inclusivity, because while we talk about big flashy words like Industry 4.0, data economy, it resonates with us sitting here in the Twin Towers with good broadband penetration. But then how do we get the 40% of Malaysia on board as well? Because there is still a big rural-urban digital divide. Karamjit.
I think that divide is getting smaller now. You look at what's going on with smartphone penetration, very simple criteria. You look at all the telcos, they're almost reporting 7 out of 10 of their customers now have smartphones. The barrier now to adopting digital is getting lower and lower, and the speed of it is important, and also the speed in terms of users adopting it, and the realization that this is actually a tool. It can be it's not just a social tool via WhatsApp, you share videos and all that. It can be an economic tool also. And I think once you're already using it via social, people will realize it's also an economic tool. And I think the mindset is changing because the adoption is increasing. You cannot legislate or say we have to change the mindset. Mindset comes from using it, right? And more and more of us are using it. You've got people who are above 70 also using smartphones, right? Of course, there are a fair amount who are not, but the fact that people above 70 have started using smartphones and they're on Skype with their loved one, using FaceTime or whatever, I think the adoption is moving up. Maybe as a nation in a hurry, it's not fast enough for people like us, but it is moving.
Collaboration is the key. In order to get everyone as a nation to adopt, you have a lot of players and stakeholders here, like academics. What's your role in having all this campaign penetrated and tailored to the social level of society? And then we have industry players, the private sector. For example, that I think Post Malaysia has Progress Smart Postman working with MCMC. So we need more private sectors, private companies to work with the government agency and to how to solve and how to close the gap.
And what are some of the areas do you think we may be lacking in the sense of inclusivity?
So I think we cannot mandate inclusivity. We can give people a reason to pick up this the digital trend. So I think we talk about in Malaysia we have a lot of consumers of digital gadgets, but we do not have enough producers. But it comes hand in hand. If you have enough consumers, then they will create a reason for people to produce something that then the consumers will take up. So it's a supply and demand thing. But what's more important is we need to make sure that with technological literacy, we need to make sure that the society or certain sectors in society, they can look at the problems that we have today and then create a technological solution for it. And then these people will start to adopt it. Because once you have the solution, it's like people didn't really use technology to get a taxi. They do it all the time right now.
That's the beautiful thing with digital being so pervasive and in the palm of your hand, people are already thinking of how to solve problems. I think that is the amazing thing I've seen as a technology journalist. I think in the last 3 years, everyone and anyone, thinks that they can solve a problem using digital as the platform. It's beautiful. The Grab that I took over, I didn't ask the young man, but it's like in his 20s, and he said, do you think, when he found out I was a technology journalist, he pitched an idea to me. Do you think this platform would work? Would people put up their videos so that media companies will pay for the exclusive video video your content? And I said, maybe, you don't be discouraging. He said, is anyone doing it before? Right now, he said, yes, in the UK, someone's doing it. So I said, okay, great, you've got a model already. You can adapt it here and see whether you can get the media companies to be buyers of your platform, right? Just in one ride today, right, somebody's got an idea. And I see this all the time. So nobody says in this digital, you need a doctorate from Nottingham, or you need to go to Harvard, or you need to go to Stanford. No, exciting times. I see more positives than negatives, right? Collaboration is happening, just the speed, because we're in a race with other countries. We're not in the race with the top 100 companies. I think we're in the race with the top 50 countries in the world, because we want to be in the top 20. Then we'll be a digital winner.
There is the concept of tipping point or exponential organizations. I think we are near a tipping point. And we think about adoption, there are 3 industries that are driving the way. First is financial services, second is media, third is telecommunications. These 3 are the ones driving it. And then once everybody starts getting on board onto the economic or digital platforms, then off you go. I think we're just that bit.
So this brings to my next question, because every country is doing the same.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to move up the value chain in terms of digital economy. Right. So looking at this region, tremendous opportunity, 625 million population, big companies coming in, Western companies. Yeah. Where does Malaysia, where can Malaysia stand on? What are our USP, unique
I
selling
think
point?
it's our companies, not where is Malaysia. Because your companies in various verticals, it's dependent on those companies, right, to find the niches, right, and to compete. Because we already got regional companies, right? We've got banks which are regional. Now, what do you do to safeguard your business and to strengthen it? And digital is a key pillar of that strategy. I think they're all adapting. I don't think there is a niche for Malaysian digital economy. You cannot create a niche. So we've got agriculture, it's a big part of the ecosystem, right? A lot of people, there's a still big traditional component there, and that's been our niche for a long time. And people will still need palm oil, right? Ingredients from coconut or whatever.
And getting
will
that industries to adopt Industry 4.0.
They will, yeah. Whether it's 4.0 or even 3.0, they can adapt, and you can digitize certain processes, and all work processes can be digitized to make them more productive, and that's good for those companies. Yes.
You just have to ask Jack Ma why he came to Malaysia, right? You should know. But my point is, I think MDEC has done a tremendous job
Yes.
with MIDA even to try to bring companies across.
Yep.
So then you have Magic that creates a community of startups.
Yep.
And then you have CyberView, who is trying to host them as a physical location, and Cyberjaya as a test bed for IoT and stuff like that.
All the elements.
So when we look at all the elements and the fact that we've got a young population, I think that's all the right ingredients. So
Correct.
if I summarize it, Malaysia truly Asia really works for us not just in tourism but also in tech.
But thank you so much for your insights. It's been truly very valuable, and thank you so much for watching. This has been a Merdeka Award Roundtable. We are also online, so do check us out on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cynthia, and we'll see you soon.